Hey there, Leo. Welcome to your tarot card reading for July 2023. Please feel free to take with you whatever messages resonate and to leave behind for others whatever does not. Once I lay out the cards, I'll identify their positions, go through their meanings, and do some clarifications. At the end of the reading, I'll pull a couple of oracle cards to see how this month impacts your love life and career. So first off, we look at what's presenting itself this month. You have the Two of Swords. Next, we see the past influence. We have the Queen of Wands. Third, we look at what can weigh you down. You have the Four of Wands. Here in the middle position, we look at what can lift you up. You have the Queen of Cups. And fifth, we explore what it is you want. You have the Page of Swords. And lastly, we look at something you don't yet know that you need. You have the Seven of Pentacles. At the bottom of the deck, the influencing energy of this reading, you have the Nine of Wands. So, Leo, it may be that you have been feeling a little bit worn down. It could be that you have been doing a lot lately, putting yourself out there socially, and perhaps with this month you are looking for some time alone. Here you have Two of Swords presenting itself this month. It seems like some type of decision to be made, a certain type of maybe not wanting to make a decision. Basically, it seems like you're trying to get as much information as possible to make a decision. The past influence leading to the situation, you have the Queen of Wands. So Leo, this kind of is your, your fire energy, being the center of attention, being energetic, active, excited, kind of making things happen, being very social. With this Four of Wands here, this is what can weigh you down. It's almost as if celebrations and partying and, like, being around other people is kind of weighing you down. So let's take a look at this Two of Swords here, this situation. You have the Six of Pentacles. So it's a sense of, like, a little bit of give and take. Maybe you've been giving kind of too much of yourself, and it's time to kind of take for yourself to do what you need to do. It also could be a sense of you really doing too much for others, or trying to facilitate too much. I see that here, this individual that is giving out pentacles is wearing this red cloak, and here this Queen of Wands got this red dress. So it's a sense, and then also even in this Two of Swords, you've got this like red and white for this bullseye. And I noticed the undergarment here for this dress is also white. It's kind of like you needing to decide to spend time focusing on yourself and reserving your energy, as opposed to kind of giving it to others, or finding some way to somehow get that energy back instead of just kind of doing and giving all the time. So let's take a look at this Queen of Swords in the past. You have here the Hierophant, again, this like red and white concept. So it's almost as if you are trying to kind of, it's almost like not a routine, but just the way that you've been living your life. You've got a lot of energy. You're very creative. You're very outgoing. You're very like I just keep thinking energy, very much filled with passion and creative energy and desires, and it's as if you are wanting to help lift other people up and help like infuse that energy into them as well. But here you can see the red and white concept. This person's wearing the red outfit and the white is kind of covering their head as a bandage. It's kind of just frazzled, feeling of being frazzled. So let's take a look at the Four of Wands about what can weigh you down. So here, this is the Six of Cups. So that is usually a card of like balance and harmony, but again, you've got this individual like helping someone else. Sixes are about balance and harmony, but it's also about inequality to a certain degree. So it's almost a sense of you needing to get back into balance with yourself. The Queen of Cups here, this is something that can lift you up. So the Queen of Cups is very nurturing, very, very much about connections with people, but not necessarily needing to make a big ordeal about it. Even spending time taking care of themselves, taking care of their own wants and needs. So let's go ahead and take a look at the Queen of Cups here. You know, this could be a person, someone other than you that can help you kind of focus on yourself, caring for yourself, or it could be you kind of stepping into more of paying attention to your private emotions, your feelings, you know, what you need spiritually to kind of be fulfilled without going and entertaining and constantly partying. So you have here the Emperor. So again, this concept of like these red outfits, still a lot of passion, still a lot of like drive and energy going on. The Hierophant and the Emperor, they're really similar, as are the Queen of Wands and the Queen of Cups. I would say the main difference here is the Hierophant is trying to show other people the way, you know, to the life that they want, like being the leader, showing other people the path. The Emperor kind of has put in his time, he's put in his work. You can see the armor on the Emperor's legs here, and really it's the Emperor is kind of setting up boundaries, you know, putting into like daily routines, like certain like schedules and planning. Things need to be a certain way, because the Emperor is kind of like overseeing others, but is really, there's nothing the Emperor needs to prove anymore. So with this like Queen of Cups, it's like almost like putting together a self-care routine where you are putting up boundaries, and you know, you've already put in the work to have people surrounding you and loving you and wanting to spend time with you, but it's almost really needing to do activities that that really energize your soul and your spirit. So here with this Page of Swords, this is something that you want. It's almost as if you want to explore an idea, explore a concept, you know, something where there's a little bit of childlike like curiosity or a desire that you had when you were younger. I'm going to go ahead and clarify this. You have the Chariot here. So there's perhaps, you know, when you're doing all this socializing and lifting all these other people up and kind of giving a lot of yourself to them, and it could be that what you're also trying to decide is what to keep to yourself, and you know what it is that this interest is that you want to explore. You know, it's something that, you know, perhaps there's been some pushback, perhaps you don't know how well you do in it. maybe it's an unexplored territory or something that you wanted to do a long time ago. I'm going to go ahead and clarify this again. You have the 10 of Cups here. It is almost a sense of, you see these children kind of dancing around. The 10 of Cups is kind of like a happy ever after card. It's one of the happiest cards in the deck. It's also can be like maybe what you envisioned when you were younger as what your happy life would be like. It's almost as if it's something you wanted to do when you were younger, but you didn't necessarily explore that or pursue it. And it's almost as if you know, taking time for yourself, figuring out what your soul really wants, will allow you to be more in tune with what this destination was and can be for yourself. So here with the 7 of Pentacles, something you don't yet know that you need, this is about like taking time to assess what's going on with what you've invested in, the things that you were hoping for as a result, and kind of where those, you know, investment and return kind of match up or they don't. So let's take a look at the 7 of Pentacles here. We have here the King of Wands. So you start out here in the past with the Queen of Wands and the Hierophant, and here you end up with this King of Wands. It's almost as if like this is a roundabout way of saying you need to take some time for yourself, kind of figure out what your soul needs, put into place certain routines where you're taking care of yourself so you can pursue this like creative, you know, childlike dream. And ultimately it's kind of like you taking time to do this assessment. You'll see that it's not like you are giving up some part of you. It's going to really intensify that passion and desire that you have for, you know, being the creative, individualistic leader of like this ideal kind of energetic drive and like autonomous kind of superstar. It's kind of like that. It's like almost a roundabout way for you to become this superstar. And perhaps you've been putting energy into like creating this like almost like a party type of environment, like being that center of attention, and somehow you taking time to kind of focus on you. And a good time to do that would be when the new moon in Cancer comes around July 17th. It would be a good time to kind of put into place some time for yourself and kind of seeing what there is that, you know, your soul, your spirit kind of needs to explore, to pursue here. And really it's going to bring you back even more powerful and more energized and more passionate about who you are and, you know, helping to lift everyone up. So let's go ahead and close out this reading with wisdom of the Oracle for messages about how this all influences your love life and career. So for love, you have this Yang card. I think this is like the 3rd reading where this Yang card has kind of come up. But this is like masculine energy, active energy, like making things happen, like kind of following that dream, taking the steps forward, like being this like chariot and going after what you want, making things happen. So it's like doing that will even make your love life better if it's good right now or if it's not good right now. So let's see about for your career. You have this Round and Round card. So to some degree, it could be that this kind of assessment has to do with your career goals, what you have been doing with your career. You know, perhaps your career has been focused on like like parties, celebrations, helping children. And it's as if you need to kind of explore more where you aren't being the person putting all the energy into something else, that the energy is going into something that you truly are driven by. Not that you don't care about other people or children or parties, but it's a different kind of almost like a different flow. And what's catching my attention are these like little curves, and it's like a shell here, and it's reminding me of the arch and this rainbow here. And so it's almost as if there's like something that you're great at and something that you could be good at, and you kind of just revert to what it is you know, and you're really like great at that, but maybe you should pursue what you could be good at, especially if that's something that you've wanted for a while and could eventually bring you to a place where you could have even more of an impact on other people's lives. So Leo, this is what I have for you. I hope the reading provides a helpful perspective of the month. We'll see you next time. Take care.